Jai Shri Mataji everyone. Let us all collectively bow down to Shri Mataji, rise Kundalini and take Bandhan. Shri Mataji, we your children have gathered to be in collective meditation at your divine lotus feet. Shri Mataji, please guide us in this meditation. Please cleanse our Agnya chakras completely, and Shri Mataji, please prepare us for the Christmas Puja. Let us take a minute more to settle down and start feeling the vibrations completely on our palms and on the head. Let us now take 3 Mahamantras. Let us take Shri Ganesha mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Keeping our attention on the Mooladhara chakra, let us now take 12 names of Shri Ganesha. Om Sumukaschaikadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodarascha Vikato Vignanasho Ganadhipa Dhumraketurganadhyaksho Balachandro Gajanana. साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. Let us now invite Shri Mataji into our hearts. Right hand on the left heart. Shri Mataji, please come into our hearts. Shri Mataji, please put your lotus feet in our hearts. Shri Mataji, please remove all the negativities, all the darkness, all the hatred, all the anger from our hearts. Please open our hearts completely. Shri Mataji, please enlighten our spirits and let us feel the spirit. Let us now take the Kshama Prarthana. Om Karacharana va Karmajam va Kayajam va Shravana Nayanajam va Manasam va Paradham Vihitam Avihitam va Sarvametakshmasva Jaya Jaya Karunabde Mahadeva Shambho. Now let us keep our right hand on the Agnya chakra. Shri Mataji, please come into our minds. Please come into our minds. Please enlighten our thoughts. Now keeping both the palms back on our lap. Let us now listen to a talk of Shri Mataji.
So that we understand where do we stand in relation to him. I just asked all of that. He was the son of a virgin. So that even the slightest blot on his name should not be created, because he was to do the greatest job of creating for us Agnya awareness, which would help us to suck in all our sins, all our conditionings, and all our ego. And this great personality was created for such a great work within ourselves. But unfortunately, we have spoilt both these institutions within us to such an extent that is the most difficult task to give realization to Christians. On the one side, we have too much conditioning, as you know. Through Catholicism and other ideas about Christianity, we created a horrible conditioning in our superior, which is just like solid rock, I think, sometimes. And those who have been in Catholic churches are still get stuck up with it. When they are facing me, I find their eyes are blinking and the Agnya is not straight. You have to give up all that conditioning completely if you have to really get to Sahaja. To that extent we went that we tried to create institutions. Of course, we collected money, no doubt about it, a lot of money, all kind of drama of a papal order and of an archbishop order and all these archbishops and of tomfoolery. All kinds of nonsensical donkey people were created. Absolutely. They have nothing to do with Christ. They have nothing to do with God. They have no idea of divine life. And to them, prohibiting people from doing something was only religion. And this has taken the West into such darkness that Sahaja Yoga has to be worked out in a very great speed and in a very expansive. Otherwise, you cannot get over these horrible ideas of archbishops and the bishops and the popes. The other side is the ego part. Then people like Mr. Freud came in and they put absolutely anti-God ideas into people. Absolutely anti. It's against the mother, against the son. Absolutely, it is absurd. These anti-God, devilish ideas penetrated and people started saying, what's wrong? This is all conditioning. We should remove all conditioning. So they became ego-oriented, which is the other side which Christ has to work on. So after Christ has been established in the West, they have seen to it that they create all hurdles that are possible under the sun for the Agnya Chakra to open out. Despite that, I find that all Sahaja Yogis who are from the West are still attached to Christianity and not to Christ. There is a lingering Christianity still within you. And that Christianity has to drop out. While Indians are very good at dropping out all nonsensical ideas. Because we have had lots of challenges in this country for everything. For the conditioning, we have had challenges. For the ego-oriented, we have had challenges. So people are used to this kind of a giving up. But in the West, we still are very much attached to that nonsense of Christianity. It has nothing to do with Christ, believe me. And this fanaticism which is lingering still in your minds must be given up. Otherwise you do not do any justice to Christ. That by no chance means that you take to another religion like Hinduism or any nonsensical Jainism or anything. The essence, the tattva of Christianity is Christ. And it is so thickly clouded by all these nonsensical things that you really have to drop out this word Christianity from your vocabulary completely and from your mind, otherwise you can never go to that principle. It's a fact. Take it from me. And even now, the attention of all the people is on what Christ said or Mother Mary has said it, and which has come through these horrible people to us. So to learn about other deities and other great incarnations, you neutralize this. You must try to neutralize this too much attention by learning about other deities. Say Shri Ganesh. If you talk about Shri Ganesh, she is the essence of Christ. You understand that? Ganesha is the essence of Christ, and Christ is the manifestation of Shri Ganesha's powers. So if you go to the essence most thing, you see, that's better. Then of course, Christ is there, but we must see Him as He is, which very few people have seen before. But now in Sahaja Yoga, you should see Him as He was. He was the holiest of holy, first of all. You accept that position? Then this Freud nonsense has nothing to do. Those who call themselves Christians, 5 days they do all nonsensical of Freud, and 6th day they talk of Christianity, and 7th day they go to church. How can they go? I mean, how can they call themselves Christians by what standard? Just I mean, just think of it. And the Indians have asked them to get out because they won't understand what it is. It's so nonsensical, it's fake. The holiest of holy, we have brought him down to such a low level by our nonsensical idea. So, one has to understand that these conditionings of Catholicism made us so repulsive to ourselves that we took to the other side, which is even worse, much worse than the conditioning itself. And you come in contact with these people morning till evening. Either they are Freudians or they are so-called Christians, even after realization. But you must know you are special people. You are above them. You reason about them. Christ is awakened. So to do justice to Christ, you must get over all your conditionings to begin with of Christianity if you have any, or if you have been Freudian, get rid of that horrible fellow. Absolutely. He was anti-Christ. 666. We have nothing to do with Freud's ideas, even this much. Believe me. We are not to justify him at any point, for anything. He took full advantage of the repulsion people developed out of the conditionings. And then he built up all these stories. Because he was himself a very low-level man, not to be counted as a human being from any standard. You see, Christ came for human beings, but not for these low-level people. Even the lepers were better than him, I think. Horrible it is. Even to think about the whole thing makes me nauseating. It's very unholy. So, for all practical purposes, we have to understand that we have nothing to do with Mr. Freud. He is filth, he is dirt, he is absolutely low-level man. We have nothing to learn from him, nor from his ideas. Now, the other side of it is the conditioning of the churches. There are still many Sahaja Yogis still confused with it. Of course, if you have to save the Christians so-called, you have to take them out of the conditioning. Luckily we have someone who is writing a thesis about these things. How these things are dangerous to society. But still nobody realizes this is anti-Christ activity. To condition is an anti-Christ activity. Christ came on this earth where Moses has laid down the Dharma. After so many years, he thought people would be in balance and he has to give the message of his resurrection and ascent. That's how he came on. But then they created even worse things than the Shariat. Shariat is in the Bible. All these laws are in the Bible, where they say that anybody who does this should be killed. Anybody who does like that should be beheaded. It's all in the Bible. You see, whatever these Muslims are doing is all in the Bible. It's coming from Bible. So to neutralize all that, Mr. Freud started another style. For us, divine laws are binding because we know that's the only way one can rise. It is not compulsory, but voluntary acceptance that we have to rise, that we have to be alright. There are no conditionings in Sahaja Yoga, but this is how we improve, this is how we go further. So we accept the situation and we move forward with it. That's why realization should give you that strength to fight anti-Christ activities within your mind. You have to face yourself is the point I'm saying. Not only that you have to face yourself, but you have to face the so-called society that is around you. And see for yourself that these conditionings and these antichrist activities into which you have indulged are completely detrimental to your growth and to your ascent. And as you are special people who have got realization, you have to argue it out with yourself and reach proper conclusions. No use arguing out with others. As you know, with the conditioning, people get quiet, they don't talk. But the conditioning is growing inside. With the ego, people talk too much and they aggress others with their talking, and the ego is growing too much. So one has to be in the witness state. That means wherever you have to talk, and wherever you have to keep quiet, you have to keep quiet. This is at the Vishuddhi level. At the Agnya level, you have to detest all that is ugly, all that is unholy, all that is filth. Because now a new sensitivity has developed within you. A new sensitivity to holiness, to auspiciousness. Try to improve this auspiciousness within. I find people get very easily attached to negative people. They get identified with negative. It's very common. And they think they are being sympathetic. It's a sympathy they are looking for. It could be your sister, could be your brother, mother, or could be your wife, your child. Can be it. But by getting attached to such people, you are really harming that person, because that person will go down to hell. And you will also go down to hell. So if you want to do any good to the person, best thing is not to be attached to that person and tell that person that these are antichrist activities. And get attached to that group which is positive, which is doing auspicious work, which is doing holy work, and understand that the strength lies in getting attached to that group than getting attached to some single out negative personality. Now, every one of you has had some experience of this. I'll give you the example of Warren's wife. She is not here, neither he is here. But it's nice to understand what happened in her case. He was very attached to her. We married her, he asked me. I was really shocked that he's so insensitive. Why can't he see her? Why can't he understand her? But I didn't know what to say to her. said, if I say don't marry, he will think that mother is trying to force him down or something. I didn't know what to say, but I was really shocked. And for about 2 minutes I didn't say anything. And she also played her cards very well. And I said, all right, you can marry. You'll get happiness. If you think you get happiness, that's all. I didn't say joy. I said, if you think you can get happiness, marry. Now she got married to him. Then he said she must come with him to England. Brought her. Tried to avoid. I told her, be careful. Then they lost their passports. He found his passport, she did not. But he got after my life. He said, please ask Mr. Srivastava, somehow get her passport. Her passport should be there. I said, all right. Then they made her passport. She came with me. Still she was continuing. I told that please send away this lady. I don't want her to be with me. It's a headache. All the 24 hours she's with me. She has a certain time without these horrible boots around me. Please get rid of her. She's bad. But he couldn't understand. Still he was hiding with her. Then one day it happened that she attacked my heart. The heart got into a big twist. I said, now you put your hand on my heart and say, just throw me, like anything. He couldn't put his hand, couldn't even bring it near it. I said, now please ask her to get down. When she got down, it stopped. Then he realized, this is the thing. But still, he did not give her up. He did not give her up. Went to Los Angeles, everywhere, she followed me. The sympathy, see, she could have gone away. She was quite a robust lady. But in Los Angeles, then she started showing her teeth to him gradually. And then, ultimately, he got into trouble. He started getting the pains. But as soon as I left Los Angeles, she got her epilepsy. And he realized how dangerous it was to carry her all the time with me. Now he can't send her away because she has epilepsy, so he took her back. She tried to disrupt all the ashram by telling them her sympathy story. Oh, my husband, he wants to leave me, this, that nonsense. And all of them fell for her. Now she's a booth and a booth and a booth. And the booth started increasing. One more booth added, sympathy give her. One more booth added, once you give her sympathy. One more booth added. And she was creating problems. You see, this is not good, he's not good, he's against me, this family is against me, that is against me. Yeah. Then he got heart attack. Terence got heart attack. So then he sent her. Now you don't repeat all that nonsense. Negativity is not to be tolerated, not to be carried on with. Discretion is better part of valor. One need not be afraid, but discretion is better part of valor. Alright? If you have negativity, better get rid of it. If somebody is so negative, better have nothing to do with that. Whatever may be the relationship, just have nothing to do. Because no use going down. If you are a seeker, you are a responsible seeker and a Sahajogi, one has to be careful. This is on a Christmas day, I have to say, because there only the fight starts at the Agnya chakra. Because if you shift from the principle of Christ, you start giving argument in support of the negativity, always. In the opposite direction, alright? And you have all the arguments which works against Christ. The same Agnya chakra, when it goes funny, you start seeing things very reasonable, which are absolutely false and wrong. So we have to be alert. We have to be with Christ. Now they'll say also, oh, I'm getting vibrations, Mother, alright? And I'm also very much there. It's true, we saw the vibrations, nothing wrong. I feel embarrassed. Sometimes I do not tell. I feel embarrassed. And people also try to maneuver me by playing tricks on me. So that I'm rather worried sometimes how to tell people. Because I've seen ego-oriented people are extremely sensitive. Now they're not arrogant, that's one thing you say. But they're extremely sensitive. And if you tell them anything, they will not accept. Like yesterday I blasted all the Pune people. They said it was for our good. Nobody said that, mother, why did you say such and such thing? No, not one. Everybody said it was for our good. But in the West, if you lash them, then you will be lashed. Nobody is going to take it that way. So I have to tell you one thing, that to have your ego problem settled, first of all, see that you are not playing to your ego. And also see your conditioning, which are now booths. All these conditionings have become booths in you. All the church booths have got into your heads. They are all there. So you must see that these booths are not there. Because we have to be holy. We have to be clean. We have to be resurrected. We are resurrected people. Christ has resurrected us. But you have to think how much He has to work for us. The more you try to be in union with negativity, we harm Him more, we torture Him more, we trouble Him more. The one who was born in the manger, in the most difficult circumstances, where everybody requires comfort, who was from the very beginning went through hazardous life till his death. His birth itself, you can see, was in a cow shed. None of you are born in a cow shed. And while the Christians are so particular about comforts, most surprising is why Christ was born in a cow shed. In a very, very cold night, Christ was born. Nothing much to cover. Sparkling beauty it was. Now, we have to keep Him within ourselves, comforting. We are not going to give Him that manger in our gadget. Manger of thoughts and a crown of thoughts. That we are not going to give. We are going to make Him comfortable. By not accepting negativity as a sympathy, you have to be kind towards your auspiciousness and holiness so that Christ enjoys His staying there in your heart. That we do not torture Him by our useless ideas, uncomfortable behaviors, inauspicious appearances, and unholy acceptance of wrong ideas. Try to respect Him. There He stands. Try to make Him very comfortable. I wish I could do that. But He resides in everybody's Agnya. If He was only in my Agnya, I would have given Him the greatest comfort. But He wants to be manifested in everybody's Agnya. So I have to request you as a mother to look after Him. Give Him a nice cradle. Give Him a comfortable time. Because He is born to give you your resurrection. He's taken up such a great responsibility to suck all your conditioning and to suck all your ego. But that doesn't mean that you put stones on top of Him. It's like sometimes I find the conditioning of some of the people in the West is so great that a big mountain is falling on this little child. And sometimes I find being a bad breath, horrible breath of ego. It stinks, blowing like a big wind towards him, and a horrible stink is coming out of this terrible type of ego. It's absolutely not the way to treat the King of Kings who is born within you. You are so respected that Christ is born within your Agnya. But you must respect your Agnya chakra. Your attention should be in the center, so there's no wobbliness. Imagine put a child, like they say a child is put on the winds. So this Agnya chakra is to be kept very clean, healthy and holy. The attention should be holy. The attention outside is still not very holy. It should be detached attention. If you start seeing through your Agnya, it should project a power of holiness, so that anybody who looks at your eyes should know that serenity is flowing from these eyes, and not lust and greed and aggression. All this we can achieve because we've got Christ within our Agnya. Accept him there. He's born, let him grow. I'm sure Saj Yogis will understand the importance of the Agnya chakra. In the East, no problem, because to them he is only Ganesha. Ganesha is a child, and they know for definite the childhood has no contaminations, no problems, nothing. So their scripture, as far as sin is concerned, there is a story. One pastor went to a village and gave a big lecture to them. And the villagers had to thank. So he got up and he said, "Thank you very much for telling us all about it. We did not know what was sin. And thank God you have told us that is sin." So this awareness is not in their heads. They don't understand. You'll be surprised you can't have to Indian. They won't understand what it means, They may say it's Freud, this, that, but they don't understand. It's so anti-God. Actually, I did not know till the other day, when Rustam told me with great hesitation what it means really. So that's what it is. And we have to understand this. Today is a great day of holiness. Let us celebrate the birth of Christ in our Agnya chakra. And let us sing praise of him, so that he, in his pure sense, in his holy body, he should be there. Not Christianity and neither Freudian nonsense. Christianity is equally bad as Freud. There's no difference, I find. Whether you kill the child with the mountains falling on him or with a horrible, stinky, dirty smelling breeze blowing on him, it's just the same. So please get rid of both the ideas. Absolute and impurity you respect him. Absolute impurity. Because he is purity. Now you may say that whether if he's purity, there are some stupid people who ask me, if he's purity, then how can we make him impure? But I mean, if you do not respect him, why will he be there? He'll disappear. He likes purity. He'll disappear from there. It's not good for you. So better create a cradle, a beautiful cradle of love, of honesty, as his mother prepared for him, with all sweetness and kindness and assurance that you will nurture the beauty and the auspiciousness of Christ. May God bless you.
Jai Shri Mataji. Let us now take the third Mahamantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Shri Mataji. Thank you, Shri Mataji. Thank you, Shri Mataji. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for this collective meditation, for guiding us in this meditation, and for blessing us with this collective. Please forgive us for all the mistakes we may have committed, knowingly or unknowingly, during today's session. Shri Mataji, please be in our hearts and in our minds, and please guide us throughout this day and night. Let us all collectively rise our Kundalini and take Bandhan. Jai Shri Mataji. Thank you all for joining and making this collective meditation more joyous. Have a Nirmal day ahead. Jai Shri Mataji.